Sports betting fans and friends, are you looking for a legal way to sports bet in your state? Well, we have the product for you. 10,000 Takes and It's a Bit is sponsored by the BettorEdge app. And if you don't know what BettorEdge is, it is a legal online social betting marketplace that allows you to post and engage with other sports betting fans and friends. You can place no commission positions in an online marketplace, so BettorEdge is not collecting any fees on top of your winnings. It all goes back to the bettor. You can compete in public or private, direct head-to-head challenges with people like Wags, journalist Jake, myself. You can send your friends a bet, your family a bet. Yeah, maybe some random asshole you're arguing with online. Tell him to put his money where his mouth is, send him a bet. You can also compete in public or private betting competitions. I know they got a lot of stuff coming up with March Madness. And finally, you can buy or sell positions like the spread, over-under, money line at current market prices. So if you want to get started legally sports betting in your state today, go to bettoredge.com. That's BETTOREDGE.com. And use promo code 10K at sign-up. That's 10K to get a free $20 when you sign up and verify your ID. Once again, that's BettorEdge at BETTOREDGE.com. Promo code 10K to get a free $20. Start betting today. On today's episode of It's a Bit, we're joined in person, in studio, by Vikings O-lineman Christian Darrisaw. Awesome interview with him. We're also going to go into our bits of the week, as always, and end the show by answering your fan questions from the internet. So all of that and more on It's a Bit. All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of It's a Bit presented by 10,000 Takes. My name is Bossman, joined by Wags, journalist Jake. And gentlemen, we're 2 weeks away from our Vegas trip, so we're really just kind of fighting the good fight right now until we finally get a vacation.
That is true, and one thing that I'm really looking forward to this Vegas trip is March Madness.
March Madness.
That's the biggest thing, and hopefully we don't lose a lot of money, or, well, if we do, it'd be funny for other people to hear us lose money. For us, it would suck, but it'd be entertainment either way.
So this episode is released on March 1st, which means, gentlemen, this is March.
Wow. This is March.
I just declared it.
It's been declared. Was there... Because, well, this is like the shortest month of the year, right? February is. So it went damn fast.
Why is my mic so fucking low?
Because
people just come into our studio. They think that
they gotta fuck up everything.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, that's just how it goes.
I'm gonna be a hermit from bending down at this. I'm gonna, like those. I saw a thing on Twitter today where it's like people who sit for 6 hours or more a day click this, and I'm like, and it's like, did you know that having poor posture and sitting down too much can lead to depression? But I'm like, Jesus,
death, fatality.
So I've been working, fucking horrible fucking hours lately, and that's like all I do is just like right up next to a computer. And I'm actually like, when my shift is over, I'm literally sore. Like that's like just from my posture throughout the day.
I know, you almost want to like. I'm so worried that I've seen like those extreme photos of like old people where they look like their head is like way down like a turtle almost.
And we're slowly going down that path to becoming
so
that.
I'm like so worried where it's like someone needs to just take me and just bend me backwards to prevent that from happening.
There used to be a hunchback in my hometown who rode a tricycle, a red tricycle, and there was her, and then there was the man who was always tripping on acid, drinking out of a half gallon of milk, and those were like kind of the two characters of the town. But the hunchback, I wonder how that happened to her, because I feel like I'm on the fast track to becoming the hunchback, and all I'm missing is the tricycle.
Well, I thought like hunchbacks was like a genetic deformity normally caused by like inbreeding.
Oh, that's possible.
You just gave yourself. I mean, people are gonna joke about that now.
I'm not inbred.
Well, you're from Wisconsin.
I grew up in Wisconsin. I was born here. I was born here. I grew up in Wisconsin.
They say people. So you're fine, but they do say Green Bay, the east part of Wisconsin, is inbreds, but maybe it's spread.
It's very possible.
I don't know. But you're safe either way. You were born in Minnesota.
Yeah, like just going back to it though, sitting in a chair is now the new way of risking your life for your job. Like people on oil rigs are like, you could never last a day in my job. People who work on like fishing boats in Alaska that deal with the ocean, they're like, you couldn't survive a day on this boat. I challenge that person to sit in my chair and type for more than 6 hours a day.
Well, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I remember seeing something. I don't know if it was in a class or something at one point, but we had to like guess the top 5 causes of death in the United States specifically. It could be worldwide too, but people were saying smoking, cancer, heart disease. They're like, no, it's sedentary lifestyle. The more like that's legit because it leads to all those things. It can lead to depression or not being active, which can lead to heart disease, cancer, and all these health defects and diseases and everything. Sedentary lifestyle. And we know people that do this. And
this reminds me of the episode of The Office, Jake, where Michael Scott is really butthurt that the warehouse's presentation had a lot more danger into it. So he has to go and make a point. No, actually,
that's what I'm doing.
Actually, work our jobs is even worse.
Depression.
This is suicide.
Isn't depression another word for what does he say?
Feeling bummed out. Dwight, you ignorant slut.
Dwight, you ignorant slut.
Well, dude, I'm like. You see me wearing glasses. These aren't for looks. Like, I have burned my retinas from staring at screens. My job is a lot more dangerous than people think it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna give us some props.
At this rate, I'm gonna be blind and depressed by 40.
Yeah, I mean Christian Darrisaw. I mean he can't say shit.
No,
no,
he can't. He's getting he's blocking 300-pound men. He's going up against them.
And
heads are rocking against each other. Brains are balancing. But no, our eyes are burning.
We're blocking phishing emails.
Yeah.
Phishing
emails.
Why do they spell it like
PH?
That? Just spell it with the F.
And especially with Pfizer being so prevalent these days, too.
It's
Pfizer.
Like, when you fish, you throw a fucking worm and someone takes the bait and you pull them up and then you catch the fish and you kill it.
That's what fishing is.
That's what fishing is on the internet. You click the link, they get all your personal information, you're basically fucked.
Yeah, they kill your bank account.
Change the name. But all right, let's get to our bits of the week. So if you're new here, our bits are just kind of a signature or a funny and everyday type thing that we call a bit because we say everything around here is a bit. Let's start with you, Wags. What do you got?
Yeah, I got the chugging bit. Now, this is normally done at a sporting event where someone, normally like a chubbier guy, normally comes up on the screen, takes off his shirt, he chugs a whole entire beer, right? Well, we had some kid at the Florida Panthers game take this bit to the extreme, and he did the same exact bit, but with like a 12-ounce bottle of Coke, and that is by far more impressive than chugging a beer. I'm not sure about you guys, but if I even take a sip of a soda, I have like the hiccups immediately. The fact that this kid was able to fucking for 20 straight seconds put that Coke down afterwards, you could see the redness in the face. You could see the pain that he was experiencing. He fought through, and then he started flexing at the camera. You should go and check out the video. It's on our Twitter right now.
So essentially, this kid is in the AHL of beer chugging. Like
pretty much.
Yeah, he's young, he's developing, he's using pop. He's following the law. But when that kid turns 21, look the fuck out.
Sure, especially if he's starting this young with fucking soda, and then he's gonna move on to beer. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be an easy transition.
This kid's gonna be doing keg stands for 2 minutes by the time he's 21.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say after I saw that video, I'm like, the carbonation retention on this guy is just incredible. I mean, because like I remember growing up, I would try to chug pop. Like you'd have competitions with your friends or whatever, and like you'd almost damn near puke. Yeah. And now it's like beer, you can still kind of puke, especially if you're downing a bunch of high noons like we may or may not have been doing in Vegas last year in a cabana. You can still puke, but that was impressive.
Wait, by the way, that was a sick flex right there.
I don't know if it was a sick flex because
you mentioned drinking in a cabana, which implies it was free.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you know someone who can afford that. Anyways, I mean, I was there too. I'm just
I thought you meant it was
defending our humility for the people.
No, that's good. I thought you meant it was a flex in that you thought I meant that I actually successfully chugged a bunch of high noons. That probably was not accurate, but we were drinking in a cabana, which is a flex, I guess. So
with NFLers, allegedly,
potentially, maybe
that kid could outdrink us. If that kid, which I'm not encouraging him to start drinking alcohol,
of course,
but if his dad handed him a beer, I trust him drinking it faster than me.
Yeah, 100%. Just based on that, because like I was just saying, like at the end of the chug, you could legitimately tell the kid was in pain and he didn't give a fuck. He just pushed right through it.
Well, dude, like it's been a trend with just legendary kids on big screens. Did you see the Detroit Red Wings fan? I can't remember what his name was, but he just is like staring.
Oh, yes.
He's just staring like really pissed off, and the camera just slowly keeps zooming in on him, and he's like, and like everyone's cheering and like chanting his name, and he's just like straight face, like looking left and right. And the video went viral. I don't know. The kid just didn't do anything. Which was, I don't know, that's almost more impressive than the kid chugging. Like, most kids freak out or they hide. This kid was just like...
That's why I think that video was so impressive.
Doesn't faze me at all.
That's why it was so impressive. Is like a lot of kids, even adults, when you get on the big screen, they smile and wave or they get embarrassed. That kid was just dead-eyeing the camera. I don't think he was doing it on purpose. As a bit, he's like, "What? I'm on the big screen? Okay, whoop-de-do."
Well,
cool.
And speaking of taking your shirt off on the big screen, I went to the Burt Kreischer concert or comedy show at the Target Center.
You actually went to that?
I went to that.
That's sick. How was it?
Sat pretty close. It was awesome, but before the show started, they do this thing called the Burt Cam, where they zoom around the crowd and they pan around, and guys just take their shirts off, and none of them, and they're all fat guys, which is great because I expected to only see one fat guy's gut that night. I probably saw about 50 to 60. So
it was like a community of fat guys.
I got my money's worth.
Hell yeah.
Maybe we should rename the tarps off bit, which we talked about a couple weeks ago because I took my shirt off at a Wild game. Just call it the Burt Kreischer bit.
Yeah, I mean that is
better.
He's the tour that he's on that was at the Target Center is literally called the Tops Off World Tour that he's on. So
he definitely missed a great opportunity to use tarps off though.
Yeah, I know. I always see that and I'm like, you're missing an R.
Yes.
Tarps off, I think, is more of a hockey term. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like that works for you when you're doing it after a game. But I think if you're a chubbier guy, let's say a Bubba type build, and you're gonna take your shirt off, I think that's more doing a Kreischer.
That's a Burt Kreischer bit. More in random places too. Like you don't see a lot of comedians just taking their shirts off.
No,
at a big
in fact,
show
a
like
lot
that.
of comedians would hate the fact that another comedian would be doing that.
Exactly.
Right?
So
really quick side story. If you've heard his story about how he got the nickname The Machine, how he robbed a train with the Russian mafia, there was a woman who was in the crowd actually sitting 2 rows in front of me who was part of that class. And she went up there and attested that it was a real story, and they took a picture after. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I wonder if she probably just living in Minnesota now randomly. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yep, went to Florida State with him and went on that trip to Russia.
Yeah, because he will obviously, he says that story made his career. And the funny thing about that is like he never even thought about telling that on stage until he started talking with Rogan. They're like, dude, this is such a great story. You have to tell it on stage. And he was like, what? That wouldn't be good for a comedy bit. We'll give it a few years, and it's literally one of the biggest bits in comedy.
It's fantastic. All right, speaking of comedy, journalist Jake, your bit.
Well, speaking of March, I have the FOMO March Madness bit. So we're going into March now, all the conference tournaments happening, and of course the NCAA basketball tournament. Whether you are or you aren't a big basketball fan, a lot of people get into March Madness, into the tournament, the betting, the camaraderie, the 68 teams battling out to win a championship.
Filling out a bracket.
Filling out the brackets.
Filling out 12 brackets.
Yeah, placing like 10 parlays that you'll probably lose half of your life savings on, or if not more. It's just March Madness in general. It's going to be fun regardless, but I got to say I got the FOMO when my team, it could be your team, specifically my team, the Golden Gophers, University of Minnesota men's basketball team. They are currently sitting at 7-20, I think, as of the night we're recording this. They are 1-16 in conference play. They have lost 12 straight. It's safe to say they will not be in that last 4 of the NCAA basketball.
Jake, write this down. You need to make a graphic. Eliminated from the NCAA tournament.
Oh goodness,
the
yes.
Golden Gopher basketball
have
team.
been eliminated from consideration.
For
consideration of the NCAA basketball tournament. No, that's gold. That's gold.
We need Ben Johnson to do like a Nick Saban style, like I'm gonna set up a camera and convince the committee to pick us type thing.
Yeah, because it is a committee picking it.
Yeah.
So this is our pitch to the committee, I guess. But I've said it's bad. But like I've said this the last couple years though, when like I still love watching March Madness, but when my team, I know we're still general fans of the Gophers. It would be just so much more fun if we had a little bit more of that emotional stake investment into the tournament or around March Madness, and when they're talking about bubble teams or when you're filling out a bracket, if Minnesota, whoever your team is in the tournament, it just makes it a lot more fun, maybe more stressful, but it makes it a lot more fun. And the fact that the Gophers haven't even been in it in the last 3 years, it just sucks. Especially going to Vegas, not seeing our team in it. You just feel like, oh, damn it. You're like cheering. You're like, oh, I'm getting into it with all these other fans. It's like, well, shit. I wish my team was in it so I could at least have that fan investment into it. But here our team is 7-20, 1-16, officially eliminated from consideration.
So what, the last time they made the tournament was 4 years ago?
2019.
That's hilarious that this is going to be our 3rd year in Vegas, and every single year we've been in Vegas.
Yeah.
They're not in the tournament. However,
bad luck.
The year before we do the Vegas trips, they're in the tournament.
And they won a game,
yes,
too.
and they won a game. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when Wags and I were freshmen, the University of North Dakota made the first round of the tournament. We got the 64th seed, and we had to play the number 1 ranked Arizona.
Yeah.
And while I will say it was really sad to watch them lose by like 30 points in just the second half alone. It was fun to be there, at least experience it a little bit.
It was fun to be like, oh, that's my school.
Exactly.
That was back when we had Gino Cranlin, who was like way too good to be playing for UND, and he transferred to Gonzaga the next year and was starting.
Which
like,
made sense.
that's why we made the tournament.
Yo, Jake, what's going on with that Gopher recruit who was supposed to be the next big thing, and then he just quits?
That's another thing.
The pull-out bit.
Yeah, the pull-out bit when a team just starts shitting the bed more than they should be. Dennis Evans, a 5-star recruit who would have been the highest recruit this program got since Chris Humphreys in 2003, who, by the way, dated Kim Kardashian for a month.
Married her for a month.
Married for a month.
Did he make a sex tape with her? Or?
If there is one, I have not seen it yet.
Okay,
yet.
We'll try to find that.
We'll try to find it. That'd be pretty cool. But anyway, he was their highest recruit, and what sucks, what's even more like salt to the wound, is that I guess now there's sources saying that he's going to commit with Louisville, who is, I guess, more historic than the Gophers. They've won more recently, but they are worse than the Gophers this year in like terms of like the net rankings. They have less wins and everything. They're worse off right now. They have like terrible recruiting class, but yet he's going there. I don't know. Does that go back on coaching on Ben Johnson? I don't know. Should have kept Richard Pitino, I guess.
Should have kept him as all his mob
He's
connections.
An Italian.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, come on. But anyway, it's a little bit of the FOMO and then with them not being able to participate yet again in another March Madness round. But you never know. The committee could maybe do something.
But they've already been eliminated from contention
you're right.
per us.
You're right.
Yes. Per 10,000 takes, we already called it.
They've been eliminated.
All right, I'll take us home here. Sticking to sports, I got the pull-ups at the game bit. So if you didn't see the Wild game on Sunday, it was fucking electric. Kirill, the Thrill, scored a hat trick and a game winner in OT to beat the Columbus Blue Jackets. And a very inebriated fan jumped up. I think actually the original intention was his buddies lifted him up so he could throw his hat over the glass between the net. But while he was up there, he decided to do like 4 pull-ups. And he's wearing a custom Kirill jersey that does not say Kaprizov. It says Opa,
yeah.
Which that's already great. But this guy was absolutely fucking hammered. And we're going to have some Jim Hardos review the tape to see if they were in fact real pull-ups because I don't really know how his form was. I mean, he wasn't quite going chin over the glass, which is what I would determine would probably be a real pull-up.
I think he's barely going chin over to the glass.
Okay.
So I would say, I would give
2
him
of them.
He did 3 real pull-ups there maybe, but
yeah.
Well, I'm surprised that the glass is actually that sturdy, that strong.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know it's like very bendy, like when there's checks that go into it, but also, side note with all these fucking Columbus games, they need to just switch to the Cannon logo full time. That Cannon logo is
pretty badass.
Pretty fucking awesome.
It's pretty key.
I don't know if they have a cannon in their arena. If
they do.
They shoot it off for every time they score.
Yep.
All right, we need a cannon. Come on. Columbus has a fucking cannon, but the Minnesota Wild, the state of hockey, doesn't have a cannon.
We have that little lighthouse thing, right?
The foghorn.
Foghorn.
Yeah. Let's put a weapon up there.
We had a weapon.
Would make things more exciting.
We had a weapon in crowd chant, but we got rid of it.
Yeah, the salt in the wound. We're gonna bring that up every time. Every time Billy,
that sucks.
Billy comes on the podcast.
Yeah, we always gotta pitch him ideas to make sure to always pitch that.
What if we put an artillery gun up there?
Yes.
Obviously, just like the cannon,
we'll put blanks in.
We're loading blanks.
Yep.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Wig. So me and Bossman were having a conversation the other week, and you asked, was that the song when they became the team in 2000? I think it was.
As long as I can remember, that was the goal song.
From day one. Yeah, so it's like growing up, that was our team. We didn't grow up with the North Stars. Sorry, old folks. We didn't. And that was the song we resonated with the professional hockey team. For years, it's like if you're going to change it at like 2004. Don't change it in 2016.
Then they changed it when Prince died, right?
Yeah, no, Let's Go Crazy.
Yeah, okay.
And then I think they went back to crowd chant briefly, and they went to shout.
Yeah, then Billy D was like,
fuck
it.
The Islanders have crowd chant now.
That's so stupid. They
don't
deserve it.
Crowd chant followed Parisi. Parisi stole crowd chant.
Wherever he goes,
that son of a bitch. First he
him.
takes $10 million in our cap, and then he fucking steals our goal song.
To New York. They have mole people.
We're actually playing them tonight, so let's go wild.
As the night we're recording this. So
someone asked if I'm going to the game, but I said no. Here are the keys to the game. Do not give the puck to either Bo Horvat or don't give it to Brock
Nelson.
Yep. And
Minnesota boy.
And number 3, score more than the other team.
That's important.
Allegedly.
Don't let in any goals in general. That's just,
I guess,
what makes a good goalie.
good advice.
Yep. All right, let's take a really quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with our interview with Vikings O-lineman Christian Darrisaw.
You know, nothing screams more dad than, cutting down branches, doing yard work and wearing Merrills. It's a beating, full dad mode now. Before I know it, I'm going to have a kid, probably tomorrow or two. Just don't know.
All right, welcome back to It's a Bit. We got a very special guest joining us in studio in the flesh. We have Vikings offensive tackle Christian Darrisaw. Christian, we appreciate you driving all the way here and hanging out with us, man.
No doubt. I'm in the city, so come see y'all boys.
Yeah, we tried to do the Pro Bowl vote thing. I think that's what set all this up.
Right.
But I don't know if we got a decent amount of retweets on that.
So,
Yeah. League's rigged though.
It's
It
rigged.
wasn't gonna win.
Exactly.
Is it? Well, they say it's scripted.
It wasn't part of the script.
It wasn't part of the script.
Not this year, anyways.
For sure.
Oh goodness. What did the script? So when are you handed the script for the NFL season?
Oh man, I don't think I get one.
Oh
They
damn.
just give it like all the important people, man. I don't think
shit.
I get one.
Well, if they're giving it to the important people, you're gonna be. It should be pretty soon here.
For sure.
Then
No
I would
doubt.
think
It's
coming up.
for sure.
Yeah.
After you.
You want me to ask the next
Yes,
question?
go
Let's
for
go.
it, man.
Well, you're from Maryland. What do you think about Minnesota?
I love it. The winter, it's kind of like a change up. The snow, it's probably like the worst part about it. Just being here doing that, but I love it. I'm embracing it, and I'm glad I'm here.
You got to shovel it all?
Now I got the snowblower.
You got a
There we
snowblower.
go.
It's kind of
Do the
fun.
same
Like,
thing.
once the snow gets real high, it's kind of fun going out there and plowing everything. So
It's kind of satisfying, isn't it?
It
Just
is.
seeing all
Just
that
cutting
shit
through
fly.
right,
Yeah,
exactly,
Yeah, you
exactly.
get it. You're already basically a Minnesotan now.
Yeah, getting snow to the face if it's like windy out and stuff. If
Right.
you're just feeling it. Oh man, you're like, yep, I'm doing more than what a lot of people in the country can put up with.
Right.
So it's a great time.
When you were going through the draft process, did you think the Vikings were going to draft you, or do you have no clue?
Not at all. Minnesota was like one of the teams I talked to the least.
Yeah.
One time, and it was never like my agents never told me about like this could be a place I would go to, and I seen them trade back from the 14th pick. I thought they were gonna grab me then, and then I knew I probably wasn't gonna make it, and I ended up falling down to the 23rd. So I'm happy to be here though for sure. I didn't expect it.
That's awesome. Well, who did you have a team you cheered for growing up then?
Philadelphia. My mom's from Philly, and I grew up out there around all them family, and that was like my favorite team: Michael Vick, LaShawn McCoy, Deshaun Jackson, all those guys. So, probably my favorite team.
Okay. Do you say when people say Philly fans are dicks or jerks? Is it
You
true?
played there this year.
They're rowdy. They're rowdy.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid. I was like 13 years old. LeBron was in Miami. Playoff game. I had my Heat jersey on. And they were trashing me, like going full in on me. And I was like, damn, like I'm just a kid. Like what are you going there
Come
on
on.
me? But yeah, they take it serious though out there, man.
Could you hear them chirping you when you were out there playing? Or
Oh
no?
yeah, for sure. You definitely hear them heckling at you, and it's kind of like you embrace it. It's fun hearing them talk trash, but it kind of does get annoying at some point.
Well, I've seen you mic'd up before, and like after, I think it was when you were playing the Commanders after the game, you were saying bye to everyone to stay. I'm just on a scale of 1 to 10. How fun is that? Because it looks like one of the most fun things in the world.
It's relieving. It's a hard-fought game, and that game went down to the wire, and they kind of thought they had us, and we fought back. We got that W, and it's just kind of like that weight off our shoulders. We got another one. And we sending them fans back home.
Absolutely. Send those command wagoners right back home.
Right.
That's absolutely what it's all about. But, before the NFL, you played Virginia Tech. What was the Enter Sandman? That's, one of the most known things. Is it that? Like, does it give you goosebumps running through the tunnel?
It definitely does. So, like, our locker room, we got to make, like, a little walk. And as we're getting through the tunnel, you can feel, like, all the fans just jumping up and down. Everything's shaking. And especially a night game, you see the fireworks just going off. As you're running out, it's kind of just like it's electric, that energy. It's no entrance in college football.
Does it ever get old?
Yeah.
Nah,
It does it every time.
never
It's
gets old.
First game to the last game. And
Yeah, it never gets old.
I tried to match up what a scenario would look like where the Gophers would do that, and instead, so that we wouldn't get sued for copyright, I sang it. Was not very cool.
Oh
so.
man, yeah, you can't do that one for sure.
Well, we could probably start. So, I don't know where PJ would actually stand on that. Actually, like PJ Fleck, where would he stand on doing like injury?
He seems like he'd be down for something like
we
that.
gotta figure something out.
A run out song though. We can't take his.
We could do crowd chant.
You do crowd chant.
We talk about like how the Wild took away crowd chant for their goal song, but well, speaking of like we are in like hockey season right now. What do you think of "Shout" as the goal song for Wild games? Because you've been to games, so what do you think of that being the goal song?
I like it. Yeah, I've been to a few Wild games and they're electric. Yeah, definitely fun to go to and watch them and support them boys.
You got a favorite player?
I don't know how to say his name. 97 though.
Kirill Kaprizov. Yeah.
I don't want
Unreal.
to mess up his name.
That's the
yeah,
popular
no
answer.
doubt.
Yeah, just say the Russian guy.
Yeah,
For sure.
that
The
Russian
guy.
boy
Yeah.
The Russian gas.
who is somewhat might be related to Alexander Ovechkin. I don't know. They're Russian.
Man.
If they're Russian, they're related.
They're Russian. They're good hockey players, I should say.
So going back to the famous story that everyone knows of Kirk with the chain on the plate. That was your chain the first time, right?
Yeah.
Did you literally just throw it on him
So
without saying anything?
how
And
it
that just
happened,
yeah.
Chris Boyd, he came up to me and then he put it on. He said, "CD." I was sitting down, laying down, probably watching the film from the game. He said, "Can I wear your chain?" He took it, and then Kirk. I don't think Kirk might have said something, and then Chris Boyd, he is like he put this shit on, like he put it on him, and then it went viral from there, and then from weeks on, it got better and better. So,
Yeah. And that's the one that spins, right?
Yup,
Yeah.
yup.
That's sweet.
They literally took the NFL over. I remember
know.
like the next Monday, what was it? Adam Schefter was
Right.
doing his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
crazy.
Taylor Heineke was doing it a few weeks later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were mimicking.
Schefter should have been careful because the last time he imitated a Vikings player, it was Justin Jefferson doing the gritty, and he
tore his
Right.
ACL.
tore his
Tore his
ACL.
ankle.
I remember that. I definitely remember that.
I was like, dude, maybe stretch before you get on the field.
Exactly.
Like, seriously.
Right.
Well, was Kirk was he very open to it? I'm assuming like he was just because that obviously seems like something that's why it went viral because it's something that you would never see him do or you think you never see him do, but it seemed like he was very open to the idea of doing that.
Real loose. We got a big win versus Saints, and it's kind of like a long plane ride home, and we was just having fun. And he embraced it, and like I said, the rest is what it is now.
I mean, if you're winning games at that rate, I just believe you can do whatever you want.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
who's gonna say? Like, what are they gonna say?
Exactly.
Like, you're winning games.
Exactly, 100% right.
Because then I think the next game after in like evolved to like what 2 chains,
Yup.
and then it went to like just like
No
10
shirt. And then whatever.
Oh my God, it's
fucking-
Kirko.
Yeah, it just escalated.
Right.
I remember when we were in Buffalo. Was that when it stopped, or I can't remember when the last game was. But I
I
was
don't
like,
think it stopped in Buffalo.
okay,
I don't remember though, but
because I was like, eventually he's gonna fly the fucking plane.
right. Yeah.
Like,
That's the only thing
like,
left.
like, how do you keep going?
Exactly. Right.
So is it true that Kirk calls you Crime Dog?
Yup.
Is that-
I
that's-
got that name my rookie year. I didn't know anything about the Crime Dog, but like he always says, my rookie year I used to play baseball, youth league, and that's how it kind of came about. And yeah, now I know about the Crime Dog.
Yeah, you just crank home runs.
Yeah,
I want
I
to.
miss it kind of. I low key miss it.
I want to see you with a baseball bat.
sure.
So
Oh,
my
what
goodness.
damage you could do.
No
What
doubt.
position you play?
First base.
Yeah. I
Nice.
could have tell by the build.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
What about golf? I'm sure you could fucking destroy a golf ball, eh?
I'm not that good at golf. I really think that I just need golf clubs.
Okay, so you just don't
because-
really golf.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I go there and I just rent out their clubs, and they're usually not long enough. So
Yeah.
kind of tough.
Thielen can give you a couple tips.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's a scratch.
Garrett, Brian, yeah, we got a few guys that golf. in our
Kirk
room.
even.
Kirk even
Exactly.
golfs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys that golf.
Get the crime dog out there.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Got to.
Oh man. Well, we were with KJ Osborne. He came out for that Tom's Watch Bar thing, and he was great to talk to. And I was just he was talking about the Kirko chain stuff and all that stuff. But I did the Kirk impression in front of him, and he thought it was just fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I remember the first time I seen you do it. We were somewhere downtown, but it definitely was on point. It was on point.
Well, I think wherever it was, like I didn't expect to like run into all you guys, and like I'm like they're just gonna think I'm just some stupid kid, which I am, wearing a Kirk jersey.
Well,
and then,
you're 26.
and that I am 26 years old. This
You're a
is
grown ass adult.
But I
Impersonation.
don't think a lot of people expected me to like be this like full on like person that just full on impersonates Kirk Cousins. There's probably a lot of people that wear the jersey and
Right.
but it's crazy. So
What's people pay him thousands of dollars. What's the app called?
Cameo.
And Cameo to impersonate Kirk and like announce fantasy league stuff.
That I've done that.
Jeez,
It's very strange, and I think a couple people did not realize that I was not actually Kirk Cousins.
It says not Kirk Cousins on your thing.
It's fake Kirk Cousins, not the real Kirk Cousins.
We're at the stage of this venture where we got to raise money any means possible.
Yeah. Got to get it.
Cameo's got to be the income right now. That's the way she goes.
For sure.
Resort to Kirk Cousins impersonations for, we can put some money to charity as well. So make it for a good cause, but
sure, no doubt.
It's good stuff.
So a lot of people in the media, like to bash Kirk, and I remember even JJ came out and was like, just stop with the Kirk hate. Like, do you think that he gets way too much shit than he deserves?
Oh yeah, for sure. But it don't bother him at all.
Yeah,
he comes out week
he's
to week.
ironclad.
Exactly, and he's dialed in, laser focused, and I feel like he's one of the best when he's on point, and we love him.
Yeah.
No, well, we're biased here. We're Kirk Stan guys here, but
he's been on the show, so we're very nice about him. Yeah,
we gotta be nice. Can't hate on him, but the amount of shit we see on social media just makes absolutely no sense, like football sense. Where if they talk to a guy like you, that's literally blocking him, on the front lines,
you're saving his life, basically.
You're saving.
That's gotta be. That probably creates like a whole new bond that people would never understand. I'm guessing is you're literally protecting him from getting railroaded by
canned.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what shocks me about Kirk though is I feel like a lot of the times that you see him getting knocked down, he does sometimes take a hard hit, gets right back up, and he's just okay. All right, guys, let's do this play now. Blah blah blah.
It's crazy.
Oh shit.
Toughness,
It's great, but.
I know last year we had a lot of crazy moments throughout the season. I mean, I'm sure it's too many for you even to pick, but like if you had to choose a favorite moment, what do you have?
That Colts game.
Yeah.
For sure.
Did you have any clue you'd even come like 33-0? I mean, did you have any thought that you'd come back?
It's tough because as an offense, we couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, we were there.
We were kind of putting our defense in bad situations, so it's just like, let's just see where we can get started and move on from there, but I didn't really think we were going to come back to
that was so crazy.
Happen, though, so.
Funniest thing is this guy right here.
I'm a Colts fan first. Vikings fan second. I was in the crowd dressed as Phillip Rivers. Jeff Saturday laughed at me on the way there, and a lot of fans were coming up to me and saying, like, good game at halftime. I'm like, this shit isn't over.
Right.
You'd be surprised.
Right.
And, that was nuts.
Dude, it's funny because at halftime, everyone's saying good game to you. And then at the end of the game, he was wearing the Colts stuff, obviously. Everyone's like, oh, fuck you, and just getting in his face. It was hilarious.
The score was like 36-14, and you guys had just scored your second touchdown. And I'm like, guys,
I'm terrified.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I'm like, their offense is clicking now, and Matt Ryan and his taped up ankles were looking. His age caught up to him at halftime, and it was. But yeah, you know what? It was history.
Yeah,
well, it was crazy.
I'm curious about this. Is they always say? I mean, like after that game, they say like the coach makes halftime adjustments and stuff like that. But was there? But I've heard other people say there's not really any adjustments that happen. It's just try to stick to the game plan and try to execute better or something. But like, what was there anything said or done in that locker room when you're down 33-0 and to make you come out and just fucking light it up?
I feel like as a team, we knew we didn't play our best half of football, and we knew we still had 30 more minutes left on the clock, and it wasn't over yet, and we were going to fight to the end. And we got that first touchdown, and the rest is history from that point on.
Biggest comeback in NFL history.
Yeah.
It's crazy just to say.
It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess the answer is no. But is KOC the kind of guy who gets really angry at times like that, or is he just like
Calm,
he just says,
cool, relaxed, he's not that guy.
Right. Which like it doesn't help anything.
Right.
Like,
it doesn't really.
He could throw a trash can, but what's that gonna do?
Exactly.
Yeah. I couldn't see him. Can you see him, Kevin? I mean, it would be more crazy for you to picture that, but for us as fans, it'd be weird to see picture Kevin O'Connell throwing a trash can. Be like, see, I just throw that trash can.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Just be
That's
so calm
how upset
about
I am right now.
Did you see the viral photo of Harrison Phillips tackling Matt Ryan? This one right here.
Oh, I did see that one. Yeah, I do remember that one.
We've had a lot of fun with this photo.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man.
I think that was the point where Matt Ryan just decided to stop trying.
Right.
Fucking hell.
No, thank you.
I got to ask, going back to Kevin O'Connell now, are you a big cock guy or big KOC guy, and how you refer to in terms of what you refer to Kevin O'Connell? KOC, not cock.
No.
Okay.
You can't be saying that now.
No one calls him that.
Not that I know
just
of.
me.
I hope nobody better be calling him that.
No.
There's probably no one with the balls to call him.
Yeah.
No, no, not to his face. I know we've referred to him as big cock, like, oh,
He's a big guy in general.
Yeah,
so.
well, but like a player probably saying that to his face, I don't know if you could see that.
That
happening.
might not fly.
No.
That might not go. No.
Do you have any nicknames for Kirk?
Kirko.
Kirko? Yeah.
That's really it.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Kirko.
Yeah.
You have any other nicknames besides Crime Dog?
No. CD and Crime Dog. That's about it. That's all I get. Yeah.
So did Kirk come up with that nickname?
Crime Dog. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
from
he just
from the show, right?
Yeah, the baseball player.
Yeah. And did he just call you that one day without like any just
in the locker room
warning?
He asked me that I know who he was, and after that he pulled up his phone before a meeting one time. He showed me. Yeah, it kind of stuck like that.
That's kind of how dudes just roll. Like,
Right.
You remind me of this. I'm gonna call you that for the rest of your life.
Right.
It seems like every Monday after a game there was a clip that someone found of you just flattening somebody. Like, is that the most satisfying feeling in the game? Is when you beat someone that good in a block that you just put them on their back?
Oh yeah, for sure. As offensive lineman, you're trying to do that every play, and we emphasize that in our room. And it definitely is when you watch that film and you're out there just dominating that guy in front of you.
Like that's that guy's job to do to you, and
right.
you just did it to him.
Exactly. Yeah. So
that's great.
Well, how many times out of 10? If we went up against you one-on-one,
0.
0 out of 10,
I'm winning every rep.
We're never getting around you.
No
Never?
Way, no way. No
Okay,
shot.
even if the field is like double the size of an NFL field.
I know where Kirk gonna be at.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I've seen you try to get around our old high school center, and
Yeah.
you're not even able to do that.
No.
So
Maybe I could now, though. He's
he's blowing up in size.
yeah,
Yes.
but back then, no. But I'd be curious. I mean, you probably would just absolutely. I mean, would you just probably kick her ass? Okay.
Dominant.
Is it even a question?
I don't know. I gotta ask.
He's throwing out these hype. Out of 10 times, I'm like, where's he going with this?
Hey.
Jake, can you guys both stand up? Just stand next to him.
Okay.
Yeah, the height
Oh,
difference.
goodness.
Just alone, you should be able to tell.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
there's no fucking way you're getting around him, dude.
Jake,
I
he's
can use some of my agility to move around.
Oh, shut up.
he's two of you. He's legitimately two of you.
Okay, hear me out. I put on we have a replica Vikings helmet. And we're not saying do it now. I'm just saying at some point we got a replica Vikings helmet. I put on the hockey pads, and we got football pants and everything and pads.
I don't think you want to do that.
Okay,
Jake, I don't think you
We're not
could. I don't think you
accepting a
could get
challenge right
around
now.
the metal thing with the pads that they push. I don't think you could get around that.
I think that thing would actually be
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, you're right. There's no challenges being accepted right now, unless we're filming like a Jackass type movie. Then we'll give you a call.
Right.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hey, Christian, do players care about PFF grades? That's something that was definitely on my mind.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it.
Yeah.
On the internet and stuff like that, but
That's what the average fan always go. Oh, look at his PFF grades. I just wondered if it actually carried any weight with the players.
no, not really.
Okay.
Yeah,
Madden ratings.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you care about that.
It's
Fucking
definitely,
EA
you're
Sports.
definitely looking at that, especially when you're using like Minnesota or whoever you may be.
Yeah.
So.
Is there like an appeal process you can do with EA Sports if a player disagrees with if you disagree with a rating?
I don't know how it go, but we're gonna have to figure out something for next year. I know for me, I definitely think my rating should be up in the 80s somewhere, but yeah.
That's actually good motivation, though. It's like, I want to show EA
Yeah.
Sports who's boss.
Right.
Yeah, well, you should call EA Sports. I'm curious who the person is that's like deciding that.
Yeah.
Just call them up. Yeah, I think Christian Darrisaw should be a higher rating. Well, who's saying? Me, Christian Darrisaw.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
I'd be scared.
The appeal process. What is the trash talk like out on the field, especially down in kind
In
of
the trenches,
In the trenches.
Really, I don't really talk too much trash. I probably say like Eagles game, Brandon Graham. He probably talks the most trash ever.
Yeah.
Non-stop, relentless. Like Fletcher Cox is telling him to chill out. Remember my rookie year, Akeem Hicks. He was a big talker too. But really, I stay away. I let my game do the talking.
Yeah.
for me.
You just pancake them.
Right.
That's what it's all
It's like
about.
you can
exactly.
say words, but whatever.
Right.
Well, I remember what was that game? It was like 2015 against. Yeah, you obviously weren't playing. It was 2015, but it was this is dating it a little bit. Ted Bridgewater was our quarterback. We were playing at TCF Bank Stadium at the U of M, and we were obviously trying to draw them off sides with like a 4th and 3, 15 trying to, make them jump off sides. And you could hear somebody yell, "Ain't nobody falling for that bullshit." I forgot who that was.
That was hilarious.
I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know if there's like situations like that if you're trying to get the offense to jump and the defense is saying anything.
Right.
Like, we're not falling for this shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure that happens all the time.
No doubt.
But
Do you guys hate like the Packers and the Bears as much as the fans do you think?
Yeah, Green Bay. I feel like Green Bay is probably more.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't like those guys.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear.
No doubt, for sure.
Yeah.
well, we were talking about Philly being rowdy, but it could be Philly, but who is the most rowdiest fan base?
I think so far, any stadium I played in, probably the Eagles. And it was a Monday night game, at home opener, and it was jumping. It was crazy. Them fans was crazy.
And thank God they didn't have snow, because when they have snow, they make snowballs and they just throw them all over the place.
Jeez, yeah, I'm already knowing.
Yeah, same with that Buffalo. We actually went to the Buffalo game. We were sitting in like the middle of a ton of Bills fans. And I'm like, it was like me, Jake, and Cam, and I'm like, boys, if we lose this game, we are gonna just tuck our heads between our knees and just tortoise ourselves and get out of here. So that was huge.
Right.
The PP interception happened right in front of us. We could hear it hit his pads. It was nuts.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
That game was crazy for sure.
What was the whiteout game like on Christmas Eve? What was that like?
It was definitely different. All white. That was like the favorite uniform combination by everybody. But it was fun, and we got that. Greg hit that 61-yard field goal.
That's awesome.
And it made it a little bit better.
I love
That was
that.
awesome.
That center field logo was like the coolest.
In the white end zone.
They got to do this they got to do it once a year. I
Exactly,
think for sure. I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Especially around the holidays when we were already getting a ton of snow. It just was very fitting.
That was actually because we were at the game and it was a great game. And then like in between the quarters, they were playing Christmas music.
Yep.
It was a great experience.
Beautiful.
The video, I don't know if you guys gave Kirk shit about it, but like he was with the kids and stuff, so it was a good for a good cause. But he was playing like Jenga with the kids, and I just remember the part I laughed at. He was like, "Jenga!" I'm like, this is our quarterback right now.
Right.
I love it. What would you have thought about? I know they kind of like designed. It was like more of a fan design, like for that whiteout game, doing a white helmet. What would you have thought about a white helmet other than the purple?
Different option. I seen a few pictures on Twitter with the all white. I think it would have looked good, but I love the matte purple helmet.
Yeah,
No.
it's classic.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
It's definitely hard to beat.
Right.
Who would you say is the most challenging person you've gone up against so far in the
man.
NFL?
Randy Gregory, my rookie year, when he's with Dallas, he's definitely one of the best pass rushers. Micah Parsons, one of the great Nick Bosa, training camp when we had him here. Probably Bosa for sure. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
And he's special.
How do you like going in knowing you're going to play against someone like that? Is it just like any other person? You just do your job and
you really try to find like tendencies and weaknesses in their game and figure out what they struggle at and try to go out there and do that. But they're gonna make their plays, and whenever that happens, just keep a level headed and just know like you got another play, another opportunity to go out there and prove yourself. So
yeah.
What does the off season look like to you? Like kind of what's your day to day?
Really it's just wake up. I got a chef that comes and cooks lunch and dinner. And then I usually work out at night. But other than that, I'm just in the house chilling.
Yeah.
Feel my boys. Just kicking it, playing
There we
Madness.
go.
Just kicking it.
Do you have to watch your weight and stuff? I mean, like in terms of like keeping it up and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you always maintain your weight.
Yeah,
trying to stay in shape and everything like that.
Yeah. So does the team say, "Hey, we want you to be in a certain range and you have to stay in that," or no? Is it not like that?
You kind of know like where you should be at.
Okay, sounds good.
You don't want to get too much out of that range and then come back out of shape and everything like that. So.
I was going to say we need the Vikings to get the newest season of Hard Knocks. We got to see what the preparation is like, or even in season.
Right.
Like I remember seeing the in season one for the Colts. I was like, it was nuts how much you guys prepare before a game. Like people have no idea.
Right.
Well, did you see Netflix just they announced that like they followed Kirk around a lot of the season? Yeah. So he's gonna have it. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be really fun to watch.
Right.
Are you going to be in that documentary?
Not that I know of.
If they haven't contacted you.
Yeah, I don't know too much about that.
You're going to be watching it? What, they filmed that?
Right.
What the fuck?
Dude, they chose the three weirdest. Did you see the three quarterbacks ahead?
It was Mahomes, Kirk, and then
Marcus
Mariota.
Mariota.
Who was just released today.
Yeah, it was just released.
That's
crazy.
Oh, that's funny.
They had a reason. We'll find out when
Yeah.
we watch it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is it the same? I'm guessing it's the same company that did like Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
They do a good job, so I bet that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you said you've been playing a lot of Madden. Do you get more competitive playing Madden than you do on the football field at some points?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you
I
have to.
I don't want to take no L's on that one. Whether it's Ultimate Team or like a regular head-to-head, it definitely gets serious.
Oh, so you're an Ultimate Team guy?
Yeah.
Do you spend a lot of money on the packs?
Just like I kind of grind it out.
Okay, I
I
respect
try to stay away
that.
from
I
the
respect
I
that.
feel like
Don't
they be
buy your way
stealing
there.
money. I feel like they be stealing money, but yeah, I
They
kind of
do.
grind it out with the solo challenges and everything like that to get the squad right.
Can you play? Do you play as the Vikings, or is that kind of like
So
a
usually,
no?
I usually don't. I usually go random, or my team's probably like Philly. I like the read option and stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
that'd be a
Dynamic
conflict
offense.
of
Yeah.
interest, Jake.
Yeah, it would be, I would say. But then again, it's got to be weird if you're going up against somebody playing the Vikings
Right.
and you see yourself and you break through yourself in
Yeah,
the game and
right.
tackle Kirk.
Right.
Like, my eyes.
I'm gonna kick that guy's ass.
Right.
Fuck him. Oh, jeez. That's great.
Well, would you say on a scale of 1 to 10, how great is it to like wave goodbye to the fans after a dub?
10.
10 out of 10,
Man. A lot goes into it during the week, and it's hard to get a win in the league. And once we get them, it's kind of you just enjoy yourself for that little bit, 24 hours, and move on to the next.
Have you ever seen any of those Titanic videos we make when like you guys get like the Greg Joseph one? We made one where you play like "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion.
Yeah, I probably have. I can't
I'll have to
recall
show
it
you
right now.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to upload it from a burner because last time her legal team shut down our Twitter. So
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
shoot.
why we have
They
fuck
got that
Celine
serious.
Dion up there.
yeah.
Oh,
If
damn.
you were wondering why that was, now you know.
There's context. It's not random.
Oh, man.
Fuck Canada in general.
Yeah, right? Blame Canada. I blame Canada.
Yeah. Speaking of Canada, I mean, you said that you've watched a lot of hockey. Have you ever been out skating or anything?
No, I haven't.
No, yeah, you should.
I was supposed to go skiing today. One of my boys, but no, it kind of fell through. But
Yeah.
no, I think I'll stay away from the ice skates for sure.
Yeah, wait till after you're done
Yeah,
playing
no
so you
doubt.
don't get hurt, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just playing ODR,
Outdoor rink.
outdoor rink,
Yeah, come
outdoor
on.
ice. No, you can get. I mean, Jack was out there he's just got into net minding, playing goalie.
I'm playing goalie now,
Damn.
so
He was just out on Saturday, and you think you pulled your shoulder.
there might be something torn there. That might make the injury
Right.
report in the off season. We'll see.
man.
No, I'm probably fine.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't look good if Christian Darrisaw out for a few weeks because he fell
Right.
ice skating
Well,
in Minnesota.
I'm curious. Do you guys have like clauses in your contracts that say you're not allowed to play certain sports because you could get hurt?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But,
I like
think
the
so.
I think so.
Yeah.
not that I know of.
Yeah.
I'm sure my agent would tell me though if I'm doing something I ain't supposed to do.
Yeah.
Sees you skating
know,
with
like-
us. Oh, get the fuck
Right,
out away from them.
exactly.
Yeah.
Wasn't there didn't Big Ben get in a motorcycle crash or something like that? And a lot of people started putting in the contracts, hey, let's not ride motorcycles
Right.
and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that was going on for a while.
Yeah.
That's not going to stop teams because they bought mopeds. Maybe mopeds aren't in the.
They don't
the
go as
contract.
fast.
Mopeds
Yeah.
only go like what 30 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
so
Yeah.
they're not motorcycles, I
Right.
should
Yeah.
say. But
Do you know what the Love Boat is?
Oh my
You
god.
don't?
I heard stories about it.
Okay. I'm just
I definitely
wondering.
heard stories about it.
Yeah, there was a crazy Minnesota Vikings party. Yeah, yep. Who were the main culprits? Was it Culpepper?
Fred Smoot.
Fred
was Randy
Smoot?
Moss on there?
Was
No.
No,
Brian McKenna. Yeah, okay.
just some old Vikings guys. A lot of guys that weren't the greatest, but they're average. But
We still make a lot of jokes about the Love
yeah,
Boat around
did you
here.
just explain the whole ordeal?
No,
with it?
if you want to explain the rest of it.
Well, the Love Boat, it happened in 2005, and essentially they rented a big yacht or houseboat on Lake Minnetonka and just brought out a bunch of hookers, whores, and a bunch of booze, and
Man,
let's just say
going
dildos were found on the boat, and then
Oh,
it
God.
made news headlines. As a 9-year-old kid at the time, I knew about it.
Yeah.
In Minnesota.
It shook the state, man.
People still talk. I mean, we're talking about it now.
Yeah.
But people post this is the
Anniversary of the Love Boat.
Damn.
It's crazy, but that the reputation, you're not associated with it per se, but yourself. But it's still
there's been a
looms.
bit of a culture shift since then.
Yeah, I would say just a bit. It's been 18 years, but that was a big thing in our state in 2005. So
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I can't believe. You know what the Love Boat is?
I just wanted to see.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
maybe it might have been a bad. I mean, do you regret us explaining that to you?
No, I heard stories about it.
It's part of the history,
Yeah,
Jake.
for
It's
sure.
part of Vikings history.
Yeah, you gotta learn the
yeah.
history.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What are you most excited about this year?
Just seeing like what additions we add to the team, and just like the 2023 Vikings, and see what the squad looks like, and going at it another year.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask, like, from a professional athlete's perspective, because as a fan, I'm a fan, whatever. But, like, when you go, you grind it out from the off season, go all year, like the season we had too, or that you had, and you lose in the first round of the playoffs. I mean, when that clock hits 0 at the end of the fourth quarter, I mean, what's that feel like?
You just thinking about everything you could have did in that game, that could have changed the outcome. But it's really just it's just a feeling that you really can't explain. Like the season's over, and just like how much we've been through as a team, and how far we fought through everything, and for it to end like this, it shouldn't have ended like that to a team we knew we could have beat. But we just had that nasty taste in our mouth, and we still got it. And we're going to come back this year ready to rock and roll.
I fucking love it. That's great.
So.
No, but it was me and Wags here. We were at the game, and obviously it didn't end how we wanted it to, but that game was absolutely electric, though.
It
was so loud.
It was.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of the loudest games I've ever been at that stadium.
I remember you were like telling the fan base, like, I want to hear it really fucking loud in there.
Yeah.
So,
Message received.
Didn't they have some linemen talking shit? Like, it wasn't that loud Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck you.
Exactly.
Dude, it was Christmas Eve. There was a blizzard. Half our fans couldn't even show up.
But it was still loud in there.
Yeah.
It was still crazy.
And then their defensive coordinator, Winkle.
Wanky. Yeah.
Well, they called KOC Harry
Styles.
Styles. It's like, hey, you know what? If I get called Harry Styles, I think that's a compliment. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I think Kevin O'Connell wouldn't even care either. Like, he's like,
He
okay,
didn't
cool, I'm
care.
hip. You know?
He doesn't put up with the noise.
No. Well, going back to, I wanted to ask about being mic'd up, though. Are you like self-conscious about being mic'd up, and are very conscientious about what you say, or do you forget about it? Because I feel be worried.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, can I say that? Oh shit,
I feel like you don't forget about it, because everyone around you knows that you're mic'd up, and kind of watch out. He's like the feds. And
He's a narc.
This guy's coming up.
They can
he's got
listen
a
to
mic.
everything that we're saying, but you kind of don't forget about it. But yeah, whatever comes out, it just flies out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they'll edit it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
This is a stupid question, but I've always wondered how do those things, they clip it onto you?
I
Because
don't even know.
Really?
They just tell you it's happening, then your jersey's there, and you just put the jersey.
You don't even feel it?
No.
It's got to be
awesome.
microscopic, because the mics that we use suck. We'll skate around on the rink with it, and it's on the ground.
Falling
Right.
out.
Yeah, so I've
breaking.
always wondered how those things, but they got to be really
High
expensive.
quality.
Yeah,
Right.
It's the NFL Network. It's Roger Goodell funded.
right. True.
I don't know.
Helicopter.
No, yeah.
Do you have any pregame rituals or anything?
No, not for real. Go to Starbucks or Caribou before the game, but other than that, I'll keep it simple.
There we go.
What's your go-to at Starbucks?
Soy latte.
All right.
Okay.
Garrett Bradbury, he got me on the soy. Soy
Nice.
latte.
Nice.
Perfect. Gives you strength through soy latte. Is there any player on the team that you know of that has a crazy pregame ritual?
Oh man, I'm trying to think. No, not for real. I kind of be locked in to what I gotta do.
So you're not aware of what anyone else is doing.
Right.
Yeah.
You get
That's good though. We want to hear that. Fans
Yeah.
want to hear that.
For sure.
You get nervous at all? Or you're just in the zone.
Oh, you kind of get nervous. Probably the first game of the season. And
Yeah.
then after that, it's just football.
It's just doing a job, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
I love it. And
Yeah.
Just go out there and do what I do.
great.
I was gonna. We obviously know Kirk is a big personality, but I guess beyond him, who are some of the biggest personalities on the team?
Dalvin for sure. Dalvin Cook. JJ. Great personality in the locker room. Fun guy to be around. Those guys for sure. Brian O'Neill. Garrett Bradbury. I feel like everyone in the O-line room has their moments. Ezra Cleveland.
Yeah.
He's the quietest guy, but he'll say something. It's
Just
in the
out of
spur of the moment. Everyone just cracks up laughing. Yeah, it's just fun to be around everyone in that locker room.
Can you gritty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all can gritty.
Okay, I just
You
want to.
gotta-
I've seen Kirk gritty. I don't
Yeah.
think he can gritty.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
He tries.
We all got our own version of it.
Yeah.
okay.
Own version.
Dude,
I love that.
when Thielen first started doing it, that was the funniest shit.
Right.
Oh yeah, you started doing it. Yeah.
All right, I got an idea. When we're done with the show, we're all gonna gritty, and you got to grade it.
Yeah. I got y'all.
Video
goodness.
video idea. I don't know who's gonna win that.
Cam, you're wearing his jersey. I mean, you can gritty.
You might
Gotta
not
hit it.
might not give anyone at least a 6. I guarantee 5 is the highest score you give.
Can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Well, we did our gritty.
Don't say that.
I don't know if you saw us. We made a Merry Kirkmas Christmas video.
I've seen that video.
We tried grittying on there. So you kind of have an idea maybe if you saw that of how the gritties are gonna go, and they're not great.
No,
but they're okay.
After because they put it on local Fox News, local news stations around here. I got so many DMs, just people talking shit about my gritty.
Just your
I just don't understand it, guys.
I still have a TikTok saved where JJ walks someone through how to gritty. I haven't watched it yet. Like, I haven't watched it and tried it, but I watched it one night really late in bed, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to practice that in the morning. Haven't got around to it, but it's on the list. So
I got to get on that.
yeah.
Well, I think this was like Kirk's first year, so I don't think you were on the team, but he did this. Well, it's like a jellyfish dance,
the
like
arms?
the
I've
dead
seen that.
arms.
Yeah.
Does he still do that or want to do that?
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen him break that one out yet.
You should do that.
No.
Yeah,
That's not me.
that just seems like more of like a Kirk thing, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
You know when Dalvin scores a touchdown and he turns around to hand it to an offensive lineman? Does he already have that lineman in his head? Have people talked about this, or is it just the closest lineman to him?
Really? So, like, in our room, if you spike the ball, it's $100 fine. So we all just try to, like, we really, no one wants the ball. It's kind of just like, whoever's the closest usually just takes it and it just pays the fine.
Okay, sounds good.
Damn, $100 fine for a spike. You guys you organize a kangaroo court sometimes, and you have to charge people as guilty.
Yeah.
So, we got a big fine system in our room.
Imagine all the fines.
What else? What else can you get fined for?
I probably say a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Being sensitive late, like salty about something. If you're a shitty rookie, if we tell you to go up there and tell us a joke, you don't tell us a joke, you're getting a $15 fine.
Damn.
That's hilarious.
If we ain't got no water in the refrigerator, it's like every little thing, you definitely get fined for, but it goes to a good cause. So
Yeah.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of like touchdown celebrations, though, we've seen some creative ones. Though I think what was the one I love when you did like the bowling.
That was defensive,
defense,
right?
yeah.
Well, that was
defensive
defense.
ones.
Yeah.
They did the
Defense,
the
the-
FIFA one during the World Cup.
Right, that one was great too. Well, are those like rehearsed or like those? I mean,
I don't usually see them practicing, but they probably do go over them
Yeah.
as a defense for sure. I probably say Deuce. I seen Deuce practice some of his. Madison.
Yeah, I broke
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
I did a video where I broke down his
twerk.
work.
well, when exactly he's injured.
He faked the injury.
Right.
It's like it's kind of scary when he does that. When JJ does it, it's fucking terrifying though.
Yeah.
Like some people are just like,
I loved when O'Neal ruined his celebration when he was trying to be
man.
injured.
Buffalo?
Yes, that was hilarious.
That was crazy.
He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Right.
get up.
Oh yeah, you ran over there and tried to like pick him up.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit, like was that part of it?
No.
Okay, Brian O'Neill was.
That's just a
he's
good
being
teammate right
being
there.
a good teammate.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, that's all the questions I had. Did you guys have any others before we do the rapid fire?
No, I don't. Do you have any, JJ?
I have one that I forgot to ask. Are you going to be the one to give Kirk his grills?
No, I thought he said he was getting some.
Yeah, he said from his dentist.
Yeah, right. I don't know what happened. We'll figure it out.
Okay,
though.
that's a next
We gotta-
year thing.
You got to give him a
Exactly.
deadline. If he doesn't do it, he's fined.
Yeah,
for
fine
sure.
him.
yeah, just fine QB1. Yeah,
we got to get him those for sure though this season.
yeah.
That's awesome. That'd be great.
And he can afford the fine.
Right.
Let's go. Come on, Kirk. Let's go, man.
For sure.
All right. Well, before we end the show, we got to run you through the famous rapid fire. So we're just gonna ask you 10
Well,
questions.
was there a bit we were going to do with could you block it?
Oh, that's right. Okay. Final bit.
We were kind of talking about that with like me and
I
stuff,
scrolled
but-
by it. So this is could you block it?
Yeah.
The first one is a slow rolling Prius.
Slow rolling Prius.
Yeah.
How fast? Like how slow is it going?
Is it like in
Let's
neutral?
just say it's going down like our driveway.
In neutral.
Maybe like 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Driveway steep.
It is
It
steep.
is a steep
I don't know.
driveway.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't get in front of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, what about a field goal? Do you think you could block a field goal?
Field goal, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like if you were put in an NFL position to block it, you could.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I
okay.
could.
Okay.
That shit's
Just
gotta
push through
hurt,
it.
right?
Probably, yeah.
But you're just running on adrenaline. You're like, fuck yeah, I just
Right.
blocked that field goal.
Let's fucking go.
I'll feel it tomorrow.
Right.
Jake, you got any?
Calls from your ex.
Yo, 100%.
Yeah.
That's probably the easiest one, yeah.
Yeah. You got to be an expert on that.
Could you block a slap shot?
Slap shot.
Like in hockey?
No.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Them pucks go too fast.
Well,
I don't even know how.
Even if you had like full goal equipment on, and you got in front of like
I feel
Do
like
the
Kuril
butter-
Kaprizov.
Do the
I'm
butterfly?
probably blinking. It's already in there.
Oh
Yeah.
goodness.
What about an NBA jump shot?
Depending on who I'm guarding.
Yeah, let's say point guard. You could probably block point guard.
Maybe.
You got
It's gonna be tough for sure. It's definitely gonna be tough.
Well, name a
maybe.
point guard. Like, who's this an average NBA point guard that represents an average NBA point guard?
D'Angelo Russell.
D-Lo.
I don't D-Lo. I like D-Lo.
Yeah, you know, right.
Who's the smallest player on the Wolves? Cam.
We have one person who's below
Jordan
6
McLaughlin.
feet. Yeah,
Jordan
the last
McLaughlin.
person. Yeah.
You could probably block a jump shot from Jordan McLaughlin, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he's 5'11". Yeah, you should be able to block.
We'll set it up.
Yeah.
We'll set it
We'll
up.
set
We'll
it
see
up.
what
We'll
happens.
make it happen.
Yeah, no.
All right, sorry. Now the rapid fire.
Yes.
We had to get through the block segment. All right, favorite NFL player growing up?
Michael Vick.
If you owned a boat, what would you call it?
Man, that's crazy. I don't.
Not
I'm
that.
not thinking about the love boat.
Separate
man.
question.
I don't even know what I would call my boat. Shoot, I don't know.
The
Darrisaw.
Yeah, the SS Darrisaw.
There we go.
You have a sick enough
That's-
last name, it plays.
That would be
Or
that would
Crime
be
Dog.
fire.
Crime Dog.
I don't know.
Crime Dog,
SS
yeah.
Crime Dog.
SS Crime Dog.
I like that.
Even the CD would work.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Do you prefer Minneapolis or St. Paul?
Minneapolis.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
If you're given an all expenses paid trip to North Dakota, would you take it?
No. No shot.
What about Cleveland, Ohio?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Would you rather go on a darkness retreat or a ayahuasca retreat?
Darkness.
There you go.
He wasn't even in the dark. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
All right.
Hey, Raj.
Would you rather slap a random baby or your own grandma?
I'm not slapping my grandma.
Random baby.
All right.
Who is the funniest guy on the Vikes?
Oh man, that's tough. Funniest. Man, I'm trying to think. Josh Sokol,
Oh, okay.
What position does he play again?
center.
Okay.
Yeah,
Damn. All right.
Nice.
Sok's funny.
Best fast food place.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yes.
And the final one we got on here is give us your strike three call.
Say what?
Like you're the ump. You got to say strike three. How you saying it?
Oh man.
You're in the MLB.
Yep.
Got to make the call.
How they usually say it? Like,
Hey!
you're out. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own unique
You
one.
kind of
That's
just make
true.
it up.
I don't know. Oh, something like that.
There we
Like
go.
that.
There we go.
You got to
There we
be
go.
loud and just say make
Right.
noises,
Exactly,
and you're
yeah.
good.
You just blurt something out.
Yeah, right.
I think Gabe Henderson. Yeah, he had our worst strike three call.
Yeah, he might have.
Yeah, okay. That was better than Gabe.
That was that was good.
Yeah.
We've had
Yeah.
some people just say strike three.
You're out of
Sure,
here.
that's old school,
Right.
but no, that was a loud verbal.
I felt the
noise.
passion from
Yes.
over here. That's what
I
it's all
felt the
about.
MLB umping you.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Well, dude, thanks so much for coming over here and
So-
joining the show.
No doubt.
But
appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah.
Look forward to watching you
forward
this
to
year.
watching you this
Yeah,
year.
No
be
doubt.
great.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
So that's it, folks. We'll see you after the commercial break.
Are you fond of that? Are you amenable to that? Do you look favourably upon that? Can I inquire if you're keen on that? Might I trouble you to find out your response on that?
All right, welcome back. Electric interview with Christian. So nice of him to come in studio and hang out with us at the 10K house. But let's get into the final segment. Fan questions. We just tweeted, posted a graphic, asked you guys what you wanted to know and hear from us, and we're going to answer your questions. So I'll start with the first one because this is a Formula One question. Billy Peterson asks, % chance Max Verstappen three-peats. I know you guys don't have too much knowledge in Formula One. The answer is yes. He's in skill.
Yes, percent.
His car,
percent.
they're light years ahead of everyone else.
I'm gonna defer to your opinion on this, but is that like winning like the league, so to
Yeah,
speak?
World
Okay,
Championship. Yeah. And actually, so there's the Constructor Championship, which is the team, and then there's Driver Championship, which is individual. I think Red Bull's going to three-peat.
Yeah. Okay. And is it pretty normal for like if someone wins the individual, I'm sure the chance of them also winning team are gonna be really
Most
high,
of the
right?
time.
Okay.
Yeah, most of the time. I think when Max won his first year, Mercedes still won the team championship. But it's kind of depressing, right? Because one of the guys, your first driver who dictates all those points, if he loses but the team wins, like the team can't feel as excited about it because he's going to be really pissed off.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
yeah, Max will probably do it. All right, Jake, you want to read the next question?
Yes, this comes from. Is it Nate?
Nate, that's a typo.
Oh,
that's
typo.
a typo on Bossman.
But
Nate's
well,
Snyder.
no, on Twitter though, there's so many crazy usernames. I wouldn't be surprised if it was with a Y. So okay, Nate Snyder asks if any current Minnesota sports team member could be a dual sports professional athlete, who would it be and why? You can go first, Wags.
Okay, I guess I think Anthony Edwards, when he first came to the Timberwolves, he claimed that he could play professionally in any sport. Did he not?
Yeah, especially hockey.
Yeah, especially hockey. So
that's right.
So I do love the confidence there, but I'm going to say most realistic. I'm going to go with Adam Thielen. He can play NFL wide receiver, but he's apparently like one of the best non-professional golfers out there. So I would probably go with him.
Yeah, I got to go with Kirk Cousins. Easy. I mean, not only is
baseball.
He plays baseball. He plays. Dude, there's also a Cousins in hockey. I don't think he's related.
Nick
Cousins, but and I think he's still good at golf. But we have a video on our page of Kirk Cousins skating with his full equipment.
That's right.
Allegedly. Okay, so if you go to our page, Instagram at 10K Takes or Twitter or wherever, I think it's easier to find older stuff on Instagram. But we do have a video of Kirk Cousins skating with his helmet and full uniform and everything out there, and he's putting a goal on you, Bossman.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
So he's a skater. He's obviously a hell of a quarterback. I think he's a good baseball guy. He can sing. I mean, he can just do everything, man. So I'm going with Kirk Cousins.
All right, just to switch it up, I'm gonna say Ryan Hartman could triple up in hockey, soccer, and basketball, because if you see all the videos from like the locker room area around the ice, they're always messing around. Like all of those hockey players can juggle in a circle, can like kick the ball around without it hitting the ground.
Two-touch
for like a minute or two. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
And I get that they're like athletes, so this stuff comes easy to them. But can you imagine if us three and Cam sat around in a circle and tried to kick the ball between us without it touching the ground for a minute?
We've done it every now and then upstairs and never goes well.
How long do you think that would realistically take us if we were not allowed to leave a room until we did it for a minute straight? I'm just curious what you guys think. How many days?
If we had Donnie, I think it'd take us maybe like 24 hours. But if we didn't have him, like him being the only soccer guy, it would definitely take us 2 to 3 days of trying.
It'd take us a while.
Yeah. So
that
or basketball. I'm pretty sure when we played in the I'm blanking here, the broomball tournament or
the boot hockey
tournament, the X. We walked by the hoop and they had like chalk on the wall that said who had the most threes or something, and I think Hartman had the most. So
there we go.
Go with that.
Yeah, there was that score on there. I forgot about that.
I think he was. I think he was in first. But I don't remember. But yeah, I'll go with Hartsey. Wags, what's the next question?
Okay, Jay Rhodes asks, if the Wild could do one more move before the trade deadline, what should they do to make us a legit contender in the West? I mean, I have no clue how this would actually happen, but I think the number one move would be to bring Brock Besser from the Canadiens to the Minnesota Wild. Actually give Kirill some help in the goal-scoring department. What do you guys think?
Trade for McDavid.
Yeah, that's very...
I was just about to say that I love the Brock Besser. That's the most realistic. This guy doesn't specify if this is the most realistic. I'd say the number one move, go after Austin Matthews or Connor McDavid within reasonable means. I mean, that's what he's asking. I'm being kind of a dick here. This guy's probably like, listen, no, I want a realistic
We do have the Wild Takes podcast in the 10K network, and I guarantee they'll probably come up with a little more of an educated answer than us. But
yeah, in fact, they've been talking about this shit already.
Besser would be awesome. I think, like everyone says, he has been playing like shit in Vancouver. It's like he needs a change of scenery. That place has been a disaster.
100%. He's had a new coach like every year.
Yeah, and he comes on a team with some older veteran guy. I wouldn't say like Super Bowl, but like Matt Zuccarello, Ryan Hartman.
Yeah.
Comes on a team with some more leadership, I think, with the Wild under Bill Guerin and Dean Evison.
He gets to play in front of all of his friends and family at a place he probably grew up going to a lot of games at.
True.
A team he wanted to probably always be a part of.
I do know Billy G, though. I think he's softened up on this recently, but he has in the past been against bringing hometown guys back home just because he played for his hometown Boston Bruins, and apparently like people would always be hitting him up for tickets.
Yeah.
And he said it was just a huge distraction on the side. But I do know, I think the last time we talked to him, he did say that he's kind of loosened up on that a little bit.
Yeah. I do think he's eyeing somebody, especially with the Mojo trade. Marcus Johansson. You got to always add a name, crazy name.
I was trying to come up with like a meme to tweet out about that, about someone being like, I'm fucking back, and everyone's not excited to see him. But I couldn't think of like a movie or
movie reference.
Yeah. Maybe like when Cousin Eddie walks up for the first time at the front door.
Surprised?
Christmas Vacation. Right.
Surprised that he's surprised, Clark? Surprised? I'd be more surprised if I woke up with my head sewn to the carpet.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you should. You could find
that might work.
That might be a bit like when he comes up to him when they're trying to show the lights or whatever. But another guy, Tyler Bertuzzi, I remember his name was being thrown around, but I just don't know if I see the Red Wings parting with him. But he'd be a solid forward. I don't know.
The Kane rumors died today. I know that was always kind of a pipe dream, but that one's gone. So.
Yeah, I just with that amount of salary that we
wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, but you could say the same with fucking Besser, right? But
yeah.
We'll see.
Bozer.
Maybe Bozer, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it.
Or we could go after that really good player we talked about a couple weeks ago, retained salary.
Yeah, we do have retained salary, but we could go after another retained salary.
Yeah,
maybe we'll go back after O'Reilly, see what we can get for him.
Yeah, another retained salary.
I don't know. That's why we trust Billy G, though. He's got, for all the Wild fans who are like, oh, he's not doing anything, but he's got a plan.
Yeah.
Listen, he's got the resources, he's got the people, he's got all the information. Just trust
the plan.
Well, today, after the Mojo trade, I love the nickname Jake, but people were complaining like crazy. I remember people complaining after the Cam Talbot trade.
Yeah.
You know, I remember like one of the first moves was signing Ryan Hartman. People were like, why are we signing someone who hasn't played well in forever, right? And so, I mean, I just trust Billy G. He has a roadmap for this team that I actually believe is going to work.
People hated Gustafsson.
Yes, they hated the move.
This guy's played 8 games in the NHL. His GAA is like 3 whatever. He's been hurt, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, but then it worked out, right? Now you love him.
He's young.
He's a top 10 goalie this year.
Yeah.
Yep. If you can't have me when I get traded, you don't deserve me when I start succeeding.
Exactly.
That's what Mojo needs to put on his shoulder here.
Yeah.
But there's no reason to hate the trade because it's not like we gave up any like prospect or player. We gave up a 3rd round pick, I think, which is whatever.
I saw the Wild Takes boys mad about that.
Well,
we got a depth forward.
Dev hated it.
Calm down, Dev.
Dev, calm down.
Calm the fuck down.
Dev, calm down. I can't wait to hear Zuch's take on it.
Oh, boys, I fucking love that trade.
Oh, everybody is fucking saying I hated it. If people don't know who Zuch is, just listen to Wild Takes. He gets very opinionated, but it's great.
He'll be in
shit.
Vegas with us this year.
He'll be
looking forward to that.
Aggressively positive.
Yes, always.
Boys, this is going to be a great weekend.
I love that trade.
I have a good feeling about that trade.
Oh, this is a horrible trade. This is a horrible trade now.
All right. IDK, a good username on Twitter, said, any ideas on things that will replace the cup snakes? None yet. I think we're not going to force anything. We're going to let the idea come to us. If the opportunity's right, if the situation's right, we'll go for it. But we're not going to force anything.
No.
And if you can think of something fun to do, DM us. We're always open to kind of writing these ideas down, storing them for the next time we have a chance to do something. But we thought about maybe doing something similar to like a teddy bear toss that AHL teams have made famous in the past, where the first goal of the game, everyone knows a teddy bear, something like that. We don't know. Maybe a pyramid thing where you build with the cups.
Yeah.
Or you build the pyramids.
Yeah.
To contract that out to the professionals cup stackers.
Yes.
Yeah, I think going along with like we did that Bill Guerin meet and greet thing earlier in the fall, something along those lines I think would be great too. Like a meet and greet with a player or a coach or even something like that. I think something along those lines too would do really well.
We should team up with the Vikings and just like advertise a meet and greet with Kirk Cousins.
Oh,
and when everyone shows up, it needs to be you.
It's just me. Some people would be half of the people would still be so excited.
Yes.
Or the other half of the people would be like, "Who the fuck is this?"
It'd be like in It's Always Sunny when they do the Invincible episode and they show up and it's supposed to be Donovan McNabb and it's like that really fat actor.
Aren't you also Tiger Woods?
He drives up in a really shitty car and he's like, kids, make sure to eat your McDonald's. He's just got a big beer gut. Like, that's not Donovan McNabb. That's basically what would happen.
That's what it would be. That's exactly
it
what
would be. You just proposed a scam. That's fucking shit. But no, keep on the lookout. If we're gonna do anything, it's gonna be of great value to the fans. It's not gonna be something that just we benefit off of. So just know that.
I think it also might be fun. We might try to do like, you ever go to like a Saints game or Twins or Wild game, and in between periods or innings, they have like people doing like entertainment in game for people. I think that'd be fun for us to do as well. So yeah, we'll definitely
like
explore.
games or something.
Yeah, we'll definitely explore all avenues in the future.
I want to do when the Wild do the sumo suit 1-on-1.
That would be awesome. That'd be great content.
Some shit like that.
Wear GoPro.
Yeah. Just get all the cameras strapped.
Or
up.
just get one of us, me or Bossman or somebody out dressed up in goalie stuff between a period and just take a grueling slap shot from somebody.
Yeah.
I actually think Impractical Jokers did that in between periods of a Devils game for a punishment. So I think
who's the guy from Pawn Shop? Is it Chumlee? Is it the
big
guy? He got in that the night shot on him in Vegas.
That's hilarious.
See, shit like that would be hilarious.
And he's been arrested for meth. So if he can do it, why not us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do meth.
Yes.
No.
That's our key to
That's the
getting
fast
into
track to
pipes.
success. All right. Wags, you want to read the next question?
Yeah, it's Dylan Zender, right?
Xander.
Yeah, okay. If you could watch any sports moment for the first time again, what would it be? I am taking the Minneapolis Miracle. Rules are none of you can say the same moment. So the Minneapolis Miracle is off the table. That's actually a great...
I'm glad he did that.
Yeah,
'cause
It's a mini draft.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go, and this is kind of, I'm not sure what some people think of this. I'm going to go Game 7, Nina Niederreiter in overtime, scoring the game-winning goal against the Colorado Avalanche to bring us to round 2 of the playoffs, which is a huge deal for us as Minnesota sports fans. What do you guys got?
Well, I was going to say that one's great because that was the first time we made it to the second round in like 10 years. At that point,
and
we
it was
weren't used to that.
Bar down
I know.
sniz. It was like
In
everything
Colorado.
in Colorado, just like when Andrew Burnett did it to Patrick Waugh, right? It was just like reminiscent of that. It was amazing to watch. I also just remember that third period. Like no one ever talks about this goal, but Jared Spurgeon had hit like a hezzy, fucking sent someone coming to block his shot flying, and then he just snizzed with like 2 minutes left in the game to tie it up. That was also one of the best goals I've ever seen.
It's beautiful. I guess for me, in the spirit of March Madness, 2014 Gophers winning the NIT. I mean, that Gopher basketball winning the NIT. We ended the game on. We ended the season winning a game. Usually,
in Madison Square Garden.
In Madison Square Garden.
Bowl games, Gophers do that.
They do that, I guess, technically, but
the Meineke Car Care Bowl.
I guess that is true, but I guess in terms of basketball, where it's a lot tougher, I feel like
more
to win
than one
games,
game.
more than one games. It's a 32-team tournament. It felt like a weird championship, but it was also like, okay, what? Okay, sure, but you know what? I got the T-shirt and everything. I remember I was a senior in high school. I got 2014
I think my
NIT.
I think my dad has that shirt too.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
I still have it up in my closet
NIT
somewhere.
champs.
But you know what?
Fuck yeah, boys.
What a shirt to have.
I got to give it the 2014 Gophers NIT championship. I remember just watching that game. It was fantastic.
You need to do like a miracle bit with all the players who are on that team, and they're all probably like in the workforce now and have kids. And you need to like find them all and get their autographs and make like a miracle style documentary.
I was gonna say a documentary
Start
would be
playing
great.
Do.
It was really special season.
My time.
Yeah.
What's better, making the main tournament and winning a game, or winning in the NIT, the whole thing? Well, what's that? What would you prefer?
I would rather make the tournament.
Yeah.
So in that case, then the 2019 in 2019 when the Gophers beat Louisville in the first round as a 10th seed, but proceeded to get killed in the second round of Michigan State should trump that. But no, I you know what? They ended the season on a win and winning 4 games straight in that tournament. So you know what? I give it to the 2014 NIT champions Gophers men's basketball team.
All right, I'm gonna go Tiger Woods winning the 2019 Masters.
That was good too.
That was. I still think it's the coolest sports moment I've witnessed.
Great.
I think honorable mention UND winning the 2016 national championship when we were there.
Yeah,
that was fucking awesome too. But like from a broader standpoint, Tiger Woods coming back from everything that he had dealt with, from being the greatest player of all time to kind of like a national laughingstock when his wife is chasing him with his clubs and he's running into shit,
losing all
high
sponsors.
on Percocets, and like the guy came back from so much shit. And what's crazy is the timeline is repeating itself for him to do it again, which, you know what? Never count him out. I think it's tough for him to walk 18 holes at Augusta 4 days in a row, but you never know. He could fight through it. Maybe the PGA Tour should give a cart to a guy like that.
Yeah, especially if he's like the greatest golfer to ever live. Just fucking give him an exemption. Let's go.
Yeah, come on. The guy's one leg is like the letter C.
He literally almost lost it in a fucking car wreck.
Yeah.
I mean, give him a break.
I mean, so yeah, Tiger winning that was just an insane sports moment that I think a lot of people remember forever. But all right, Jake, the next question.
Next question. Oh, I'm up the sheet a little
Strange
bit.
addiction.
Okay.
This is like an Xbox name because the 3 is an A.
Yeah.
Strange addiction.
No, strange 3 diction.
Yeah,
Strange 3 diction. Would you rather kiss journalist Jake or scrape your car after a snowstorm? What kind of question is that?
I mean, tongue or no tongue?
Well, when we this is weird, but we usually say when we have done this bit with Kirill and Aaron Rodgers, and we always say it involves tongue. So I guess we got to go with that direction.
Okay, well, the tongue is going to push me into the scraping your car off with in the snowstorm category, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that one. What's actually really funny about this is we just went through a snowstorm, and as terrible as that is, I'd still rather do that than kiss Jake. So, Jake, question
I
for
would
you
not
though.
kiss myself. I'd rather.
I was
kiss...
gonna ask if you did like a Silence of the Lambs type thing.
No.
And
Looked in the mirror.
yeah, and like started like
Nope.
tongue fucking yourself in the mirror. You don't do that.
Nope. I'd rather just scrape my car off.
Just kiss
10
the mirror,
times
you
over and over
bastard.
again.
Come on.
Yeah, but no. Fuck that. That'd be very weird. Very strange.
All right.
We have some people in this company that would probably do that. I could think of one, but
And Andy might do a
Andy.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
He could actually, he could do like a mean Buffalo Bill, I bet.
Yeah. But you know, not do. I mean,
Would
he
you-
will be.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
I'd fuck me hard.
The first time I saw that, I think that might be the most uncomfortable I've been in my entire
Yeah.
life. I'm not gonna
In a
lie.
movie.
Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, I was definitely elevated when I was watching that, and when that came on, I just bursted out laughing. I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
It's Andy.
It is funny. It's really funny. It's very
It's
weird
Andy.
though. All right, moving to Instagram, we have z.k._97. He said, "Would you rather snowblow or sleep outside in the winter in a tent?" I'm gonna go with snowblowing. It's really not terrible. I mean, it kind of sucks because our house is on a hill, so you got to push the fucking thing up. We did the Wheel of Death last week, and I got stuck with it twice, which really sucked.
Yeah, and of course, Jake, the lucky bastard, doesn't even have to do it at all.
Nah.
Yep.
You got the wheel. The wheel speaks again.
Yeah, but
Pray to the
I
wheel.
did that. I did that 2 days. I can't imagine sleeping outside in a tent in the winter. I actually don't even want to do it in the summer because I just think living in a tent is just terrible because you just hear the thing rattling around and you hear sounds.
See, I would think about this question more if it was, would you rather shovel or stay out? Because especially this driveway here, shoveling this thing is always a bitch out here.
Yep.
But yeah, when it comes to snow blowing, that's pretty easy.
You just
So,
push the thing.
Yeah, and it does all the work for
It's
you.
a good
so,
workout too
yeah.
because I sit in a chair for more than 6 hours.
Yeah, and we become hunchback
I'm
because
depressed.
of it. Yeah.
So
I
what
could
about
be
you
devil's
guys?
advocate and just say I'll sleep in a tent
Okay.
for
well,
the
there you
entire
go.
winter.
There you go.
Just maybe it'll teach me something in life. If it means that I don't have to like work my full-time job for a few months and I can go out in the wilderness and do like vlogs here and there and maybe and if I die I'll make a good story.
You can
Maybe.
like the guy who lived in the bus.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do that kind of bit except it's in a tent.
Died.
Yeah, he did die.
Yeah. Yep. There's
R.I.P.
a lot of stories of people saying I'm going to go live off in the wilderness.
Brian.
I know what you're talking about. He went up to Alaska.
Great book.
Yeah.
Where
Oh, you're talking about
the
Hatchet?
Wilds? No.
Oh no, you're talking about the real story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you lived in that
What-
bus and
what's-
you died
what's the-
and you wrote all
what's
those
the- what's
diaries,
the book
right?
called?
Yeah.
What's the book called?
Shit.
Into the Wild?
Into the Wild.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
that's a really
Very good book.
that's a fucked up story though.
It's a
but-
very sad
but-
story.
He ended up getting poisoned by like seeds he was eating, and he got
Something
so
like that.
sick where he couldn't leave the bus, so he just had to sit in the bus
they,
and
they,
die.
they
Terrible.
found him wrapped in his sleeping bag, right? Like he died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, damn, that sounds brutal. But you know what? Maybe there'll be a book written about me.
There you go.
Sure.
Except he had a good purpose. You'd be like he did. His parents would tell people like, "Oh, he just didn't want to shovel the driveway."
Yeah, you did it on a Would You Rather
He'd
Dare
he'd
off the
rather die.
podcast. Oh.
All right. Next question, Wags.
Yeah, this is from 10K Zone Sarge. If you acquired an old wooden ship, what would you name it? Now, this is going to be kind of an inside joke for us three here, but I would name it Eli's Buddies.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep.
I hope he listens to this.
Yeah, there's no way he'll fucking listen to this. But for those of you who don't know, our buddy who works here at the Take, he's on State of Skull. Back when he was in high school, his friends would razz on him a bunch, and they'd create a group chat called Eli's Buddies, and he wouldn't even be in it. And then he would always try to join it. They'd piss him off, so he'd leave the group chat, and then he'd beg to be let back in the future. That's what we would name our old wooden ship.
Yeah, well, actually, when we went to the Vikings game with Eli, we had just a group of people from 10K who were going to the game, and I renamed the chat to Eli's Buddies, and me and him sat there for like 5 minutes straight while he was in an Uber changing the name back and forth.
Yes.
So he's probably sitting there with the Uber driver. He's like,
Fuckers.
yeah.
That's
So,
hilarious.
I'll go next. I would name it San Diego because
A
reference.
whale's vagina.
Yeah,
Yes.
reference to
Vagina.
Anchorman when he's trying to describe what San Diego is. He's like, it's like an old, I think it's an old wooden ship used in the Civil War era. That's probably legitimately where the question came from. But yeah, let's go with San Diego.
I would probably Jack Mehoff.
Okay.
Jack Mehoff.
The Mehoff. The
The
Jack
Mehoff. The Mehoff. Jack. It's my prized possession, my old wooden ship.
Honorable mention.
Like to ride the Jack Mehoff.
boats and hose.
Yeah, that's
Boats and hose.
Except I don't think we used the word hose back when they were making old wooden ships.
I think the Love Boat would be a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
What's the
Woody.
what's the name of the ship? The Black Pearl. from
and
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah. What is that called?
By the
It's been
way,
so long.
if you watched Pirates of the Caribbean and you enjoyed them as a kid and you think about watching them again, but you're like, I was a kid, they are even better as an adult.
Yeah, you actually understand a lot of the jokes that you didn't when you were younger.
Go back right now and binge Pirates of the Caribbean. You will not regret it, I promise.
Dude, what the fuck? The actor's name? Robert Downey Jr., right?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
is that
Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp.
Yep.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Johnny Depp is amazing in those movies.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just like literally like it's any film, any role you see him in, he's just literally he's such a good actor.
He just has to be a crazy person.
Yes, and
Like
he
Alice
he
in
does it
Wonderland,
so good.
too.
Yeah,
It's
when he
really
was
good.
the Hatter,
The Mad Hatter, yeah.
Matador.
Or he also did what he was Willy Wonka in the
Yep.
remake.
Yeah, dude,
Which is crazy.
He's that guy.
Yeah,
He's perfectly.
He's that guy, pal.
And I think he's like that in real life too. Some people have said he's very.
He's
similar.
he's Jack Sparrow and just
He's just always
kooky.
Jack Sparrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little too much rum. All right, Jake, read off our final question.
1 second. Okay.
Get your head in the game.
Marlo, this comes from our very own Marlo from 10K Bets. He asks, give us some tips.
Give me.
Give me some tips to make sports betting not so hard.
Yeah, no, that's impossible.
I've been really bad at it lately, so I guess don't listen to my picks. Fade my picks. Maybe that might.
I mean, I don't know. Don't you guys ever, if you're on a bad losing streak, you just pick like a super favorite team, put $5 on it just to get out of it? Or have you never done that?
Yeah, the problem is though you only win like $6.
Yeah, but you get a win, and I feel like that
Sure.
that starts
It's-
that gets the momentum.
it's the
going.
principle.
Yeah, that's what I guess that's my only advice. Just get a win, go from there.
Build up, and put in like eventually you put in 100 of those picks, and none of them win. You're up $90 or something.
All jokes aside, like leverage experts.
Yeah,
Because your own biased opinion is probably statistically wrong.
yeah,
And the chances that your biased opinion based on really stupid logic hitting and winning is probably a hell of a lot less than a guy who sits around on computers all day and crunches all the numbers. So
yeah, 100%.
find a person who gives picks or pay a
Bubba.
small amount of money every month for really good picks. And I actually legitimately started doing that. That's when I started making money doing it. So.
Yeah, I too have, like, it's for the UFC. There's always a certain person I watch when it comes to betting. Whenever I take his bets, I've hit it 65-70% of the time. So.
It's fun to do the work on your own, but at the end of the day, it's about making money, right?
Exactly. Go with the
About
experts.
fucking winning.
It's about fucking making money.
Oh, you got Bubba Action on Twitter now.
Bubba Action.
Yeah, he's actually going real in depth with
Yeah,
his
he
picks,
is.
too.
Yeah, he is.
Good for him. Good
Yeah.
for him.
He puts his record.
Use code BUBBA at sign up.
Use code Bubba. My name is Bubba Action because I want action.
That is
what he said.
talking about a person who hasn't been part of our company
I know.
in 2 years.
But I'm just saying, if you want to go with somebody, he has a Twitter and he's putting out his picks every single day. He's apparently researching in depth.
He's
so.
locking in the first half college basketball games. So
Yep. First half, that's where it's at.
not the second half,
Okay.
not overtime. No.
All right.
First half only around here.
Yeah. All right, that just about does it for another episode of It's a Bit, folks. Thanks so much for joining us. Make sure to check us out on all socials at 10K Takes. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Make sure to go to our website, 10ktakesmn.com, to read all of our blogs, including mine that I just released on the top 10 Minnesota Wild pregame spots. And also, while you're there, go to the shop page and check out some of our merch we have from some of our drops that's left over and whatnot. And finally, make sure to listen to all of our other pods. Just go to our website, 10ktakesmn.com, and go to listen. You can check out all the other pods. But thank you so much for listening to another episode of It's a Bit and supporting us at 10,000 Takes. We'll see you next time.